Hey there, it's Board Game Dave. Today my friend Dale and I are going to be playing some Splendor. Dale was the one who was kind enough to invite me along to the World Series of Board Games in Vegas as a guest. So next week we're heading down together, and he's actually playing Splendor in the main ring tournament for this game. So I thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we do a practice game? I've played Splendor probably around 150 times at this point. So, you know, maybe we could kind of hone your skills and get you ready for the tournament. So I figured let's get on BGA to play through together. So that's what we're going to do. Let's jump right in. All right, here I am with my friend Dale, diving right in here. Dale, you want to say hi?
Hello.
All right, so Dale's turn to play. We just started a fresh game, and Dale, do your thing. Talk me through anything you want to, and we'll just, you know, do our game.
All right. Gonna start off with a very intimidating play here.
Reserve something. Let's see. So I always check out the nobles first. So it looks like white and green are the colors of the day here. White and green. So I can't take 2 red. That was a good move. How about green, red, and white, just like you. There you go.
Great minds.
This happens in Splendor a lot. I feel like everyone just keeps copying each other because we're all going for the same cards.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or at the very least, blocking the other person from getting them.
Yeah, I actually, speaking of blocking, well, let me see. I can take this one, and then you won't have your third. And what am I missing here? A black, and maybe I should work on my blues. There we go. Something like that. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Very cool. Yep, now you've got your 3 with that wild. So I'm going to reserve this one, actually. It's cheap and it's green, and I want it, so.
Rude.
So Dale, you are playing this at the World Series of Board Games in the ring tournament, correct?
I am.
Yeah.
Next
so
Wednesday.
This is us warming up, you know, kind of getting a practice game in before then. I said I've played many games, over 150 games of Splendor, so I am at least experienced. Not to say anything about my skill level, but at least, you know, I've certainly played it lots of times. So that was my thinking going into this year. See if I can give you a tip or two, or maybe you can give me a tip or two.
Well, you better hope you win with all those games under your belt.
Well, it'd be nice, but we're gonna see. What do you have? You got like all your bases covered. Well, I'd like to just get this in play, I think. But then, now let me just grab this. I know I'm not gonna play optimally too because I'm recording, and that's just
Feeling the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And just distracted by like tech stuff, but.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think you had said that if I beat you, I get to play in the ring tournament instead of you, right?
Yes.
You'll forfeit?
if that was allowed, yeah.
Oh,
I actually did look into that at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Then
cannot give away ring passes.
Yeah. I could see why, because otherwise you could split it with like your guests, you know?
Right.
2 for 2, 2 and 2, something like that. But
yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
I'm really liking that 2-point white. But I don't know if I want to reserve it when I'm already full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. You're at your max there. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go try to play sort of quick here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Dale and I met each other playtesting Endless Winter. Is how we got started playing games together.
That's right. Can't wait for it to arrive.
I was going to ask you about that. I mainly just wanted to talk about Endless Winter, actually. So.
Still no
this
email.
Is all a ruse.
No UPS notification. I'm getting a little antsy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to receive one and I haven't, or most likely I just, there's nothing to update. So It's probably that.
Yep. There are still people in the Discord who are saying they haven't gotten anything else either, so we're not alone.
Yeah, I know it's not me. Yep. But it makes me a little antsy. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited, man. I'm so stoked to play that whenever it gets here. I'm thinking any day now. It's so crazy going on Facebook and people are like, playing my third game of Endless Winter. I'm like, what?
Right.
How?
Right.
That's so awesome.
There was one guy who played like 4 or 5 games in the first week, I think.
Yeah, is he solo gaming, I think?
No, that was like, I think every one of those was at least one other player.
You're kidding me. Wow,
yeah.
Good for him.
I don't know how he does
awesome.
it, but it's great, yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let me scroll down here. Can I see your tableau? How would one see that? Oh, I guess I can't see which... Oh,
the reserved ones? Yeah, they're hidden.
Oh, no, just your tableau in general.
Oh, okay. It shows up in the top right.
Yeah, I'm hovering over your card here. I don't play a lot on BGA. This is still pretty new for me, so...
All right.
Interesting. I'm one of those get tons of cards from level 1 and then lose, like 4 of each color, and then somebody else beats me usually, so.
Right.
And it seems like you are much more driving that whole level 2, getting those points.
That does tend to be what wins, but I'm also not great at going for one that I can sort of sustainably work towards. I tend to get stuck into situations where I max out my gems before I get a chance, or I don't have the right colors, or someone just like takes it from me when they see what I'm going for.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so into the engine building, and it's so cool to like, oh man, I'm building up this big engine. I got 3 of every color. And then I think the thing that was really hard for me when I first, was playing more was not taking the freebies.
Yeah.
Because you're in the late game and you're like, ooh, level 1 card flipped and it's free. It's like, oh, I'm taking that. It used to be a no-brainer. And now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I don't think I'm supposed to do that every time. I think you're supposed to be a little more, picky about it.
Yeah, I really like that. I was just watching a thing on the Dice Tower earlier today talking about Splendor. Comparing it to Splendor, it was a review of Splendor Duel, which looks really interesting.
I'm intrigued by that. Yeah, what is... Well, I'll tell you what. I was, excited about it because I'm a huge Splendor fan. And I was like, oh, 2-player. Although this game I think is great 2-player. I don't see a need for a dual version. And then I looked into it for like a second, and I saw they totally like rethemed the art.
Yep.
And I didn't like it. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, no, I don't think I'm interested.
Gotcha.
Which is very shallow of me, but...
Hey, it's a big piece of it for a lot of people.
But really, I need to look more into the mechanisms and how it plays and how it's different from this, because I have no idea how it compares, so...
They definitely seem to have given it the typical dual treatment.
Okay.
Of,
how so?
Of really just making it tight and back and forth, and there's now... In addition to the mat where you're picking your gems from, there are these scrolls. And if you take like a more powerful action, because you're still taking 3 gems, but they have to be connected, contiguous. And if you take, I think it's if you take multiples, 2 or 3 of the same color, when you take contiguous, then you give a scroll to your opponent. And there's only 3 total. And the more scrolls they have, the more powerful actions it unlocks for them. So you kind of have to economize, like, do I want this, which is better for me, but then I give them a scroll, which is better for them. Looks like a lot of really interesting back and forth. There's also, as you take gems from the board, it exhausts the board. And you can refresh the board before taking your pick, I believe it is. But then if you do, you give them a scroll. So there's kind of this, cat and mouse sort of game of, is he going to refresh first and then give me a scroll, or do I need to do it because my options are bad? So it looks really cool.
That does sound interesting.
There's something about those 2-player only games that they just design so nicely and so tight, strategy and all that. I'm really looking forward to Kaido Duo as well. Looks really good.
I've heard of that, yeah. I really like Seven Wonders Duel. That's like as good as it gets, in my opinion. Like, it's just so simple, but the multiple ways to win is huge, right? 3 different paths to victory, and the tug of war on the military track. I mean, it's like, and the whole like flipping. I don't want to take this card and then reveal another card for the opponent. I think it's so smart.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff. Let's see. My dad is calling. He can give us a Splendor tip or two. He's played more than me, I think.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure, against my sister. Yeah, they are Splendor fiends. They love Splendor.
So one of the Outer Ring events I'm looking to maybe play in Vegas, I mentioned to you, is Lost Cities. And
Yes.
that was one my parents played endlessly. They probably have a play count in the thousands. For a while, they were playing like every night together for years.
I remember you told me that they wore out copies, like 2
Yes.
copies maybe.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's amazing to me. That's really, really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. How cool to have a game that you have that much of a history with. I think that's fantastic.
Right.
Huh.
Well, I got tired of it much sooner than they did, but it's been long enough that I think it'd be cool for old time's sake to go back and specifically to play it like really competitively and not just for fun.
Right.
Could be really interesting.
Yeah, I have a ton of Lost Cities plays logged on BGA. Like hundreds, I'm sure. Something like that, I would think. So, yeah, I am a big fan. It's just so fast. That's what
It
I like
is,
about
yeah.
It just take your turn, boom, boom, boom.
My
Okay,
problem,
I'm
though,
at-
is it is very luck-based. You have to draw the right cards in the right order. And,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good
Yeah,
skilled play will
definitely
mitigate that, but only so far.
Mhm.
If your opponent just gets all the 8s, 9s, and 10s, there's no winning.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. I am a little stuck on what I want to go for here. And I'm at 8 gems, which is a terrible number, so there we go. Have you been brushing up on your Texas Hold'em for Vegas at all?
No.
No? You're not
You?
a poker guy? I've toyed with the idea, but I don't know if I'll play.
So I've never been much of a gambler. I know poker, but
Sure.
never really got into it very much. But what I loved that I was pleasantly surprised was my company's Christmas parties for a couple years in a row had like a casino night.
Oh,
and
cool.
and you don't have to buy in to begin with. You just get like a certain amount of free chips just by showing
Nice.
up. And so there's no fear of loss. You just play, you have fun. You can buy in more then, and the chips at the end of the night go towards prizes. But
Okay.
just super lighthearted and just a great, like my wife and my favorite Christmas parties ever.
That's awesome.
So I did play some Hold'em then.
Yeah, I've never played for cash or like in Vegas or anything like that. Just back in the day, I used to play with my friends, but and playing with your friends is so casual. It's like we really knew what we were doing. So,
Right.
but yeah, I'd like to be good at it, but I don't have the patience for poker. Round 6, round 8, I'm like, whatever, all in. I don't
Right.
care. I'm just not invested. Real money's different, but
True.
If it's a game night, I don't really care. Okay, what are we even doing here? Let me focus here. I got some, what am I doing? I got, what do I got? 0 points. Okay, so not exactly ideal. What can we do? How about this and this and
So other shout outs while you're thinking.
Yeah.
After playtesting them this winter together, we also did a little bit of sweet mess testing last summer
yes.
for Fantasia Games once they got involved in that project, and just recently some Unconscious Mind, which is looking really promising and
Right.
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a lot of good stuff. It's great working with them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Fantasia's fantastic company. Really, really good stuff. I've been slowing down the playtesting ever since I started the channel. I'm sure you noticed that.
Yep.
It just got to be like, man, it's one or the other, unfortunately. So
Right.
I'd like to do more. I'm sure I'll get to a place where I can kind of manage my time a little bit better between the things I'm doing here. But yeah, making videos is a lot of time. So But yeah, Unconscious Mind, man, I'm looking forward to having it physical and playing it with friends and stuff. That'll be awesome.
Right.
That's gonna be sick. But yeah. And having a new computer, I think that was the other thing about getting a new laptop, is being able to play TTS on something that's a lot faster than my old iMac. I had a 2013 iMac that I was doing Endless Winter on. It was just such a slog to play TTS on a device that old. So
right.
So that was part of the problem too. So.
And you have the new one now, right? You got that?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Yes, I do. That's what I'm playing this on. So yeah, that's been a huge help. So. Okay, what are you... Let me look at what you're doing here. You got 4 points.
Don't look what I'm doing.
Some...
It's not important.
You got some white, red, and black. Okay. Interesting. You are not getting that. Reserving it, okay. Wow. Man, you're going to finish. I'm going to have 0 points or something. Then what am I going to do?
That was my whole plan.
Okay, let me try... We're reserving things. Let me grab that real quick. So what are your tips for Splendor?
Oh boy.
Top 5 tips for noobs.
I find it really hard to, like, everything's very situational based on what's out there and what your opponent's doing. And I'll be honest, I'm not that great at reading what they're doing. I tend to focus more on what I'm doing, which is not probably why I only have like a 25% win rate at this. But obviously early on, just look for, low cost gems just to get your engine going, just to get your discounts.
Yeah, I do.
Or cards, I guess they're called. Development cards, I think, is what they're called in the rules.
Sounds right, yeah.
So yeah, I guess as much as you can get for as little in the early game, the better. But you really do want to, like, it feels like, kind of like what you're saying earlier, it feels like you want to just go for the free stuff. But as fast as you can pivot into points, you want to be like aiming for point cards. Because when you probably your first couple games, if you're playing with newer players, everybody's just going to be like spending their gems as fast as they can. Like, as soon as they can afford a card, they'll go for it.
Right.
But when you're playing competitively, you'll see what people tend to do is they'll max out their gems. And like, even in a 4-player game, people will be sitting with like 8-9 gems the whole game, and then like you've got no options for what to pick. A lot of times you just have to reserve because there's no gems to take. So they really learn to squeeze you that way.
Interesting.
So I guess that's a tip right there, is just like taking gems even if you don't need them prevents your opponent from getting what they want.
Yeah, they're smart. It's a good move.
But the other thing is, I think a lot of like competitive players will tell you the nobles are kind of a trap.
You know what, that I've had this conversation so many times with my dad and my sister, because we play all the time, right? And my dad's like, I play better when I just ignore the nobles. Like, don't even look at them, just focus on the cards in front of you. But I can't do that. It's just, again, it's like, what is the fun part of board games? It's engine building, and it's like scoring a cool bonus thing, Like, I don't want a card, I want a noble. It's so much more exciting. So, yeah, it is a trap. Trap's not the right word, but I think it's one of those red herrings. Like, we always say, if it works out with your strategy, that's great and awesome. But don't ever pivot your strategy around the nobles, which is exactly what I'm doing. So, as usual. So actually, I think I have a noble here. Do I have it? Anne of Brittany. Here we go.
Oh, dang, nice.
Did you hear that bump?
Still behind in the score, though.
I know. But you don't get a fanfare when you get a level 3 card.
That is true.
Fanfare when you... They want you to get the nobles, see?
Also, have you played the Marvel version of Splendor?
I haven't. No, I don't know hardly anything about it.
You will be surprised to find it is not a reskin. It is...
I did know that. Yeah, there's some rule differences. This actually just came up this week. I was playing game night, and somehow Splendor Marvel came up. So I know you need to have one of each color card to get the gauntlet. Is that right? To win the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Is there any other differences? I feel like there was another
one of each color and at least one of the tier 3 cards.
Oh, okay.
And I think the point total is up from 15 to 16 as well.
Oh, okay.
They definitely... I think they're making efforts to try and prevent that sort of rush endgame strategy that has dominated in base Splendor.
Right. Ay. 3 more points?
Actually,
you're kidding me. Oh my gosh, Dale.
I actually sold my base Splendor once I got that.
Yeah? Huh.
I don't really miss anything by not having it, It's the same basic experience with just a little bit of extra theme and, goals to go for.
Yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Let's do this. I mean, you're probably on the brink of winning, and I'm just over here puttering around with level 1 cards, as I said I like to do. So.
I'm brinking right now.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
You probably should have taken that
one.
Oh,
you reserved it. Okay. There's so many ways you could get points. I think at this point, I'm just puzzling. Now you started, so I
don't think I'm close to anything else. Although, you would have probably had to take the red 6 and the red 7 from me.
I should have taken it. I just am not paying attention. Are you gonna trigger it this turn?
Oh yeah.
Oh damn! You could have given me one more turn. Let me think. One more turn, and I would have had. Let me look. 7 more points. I would have been at 14. But
oh wow. Are you
Dale,
going for another?
That didn't last long at all. Yeah, I have a green 4-pointer, so I would have gotten the Mary Stewart. It says, and my 4 points. So I would have been at 14, but even still, not ideal. But again, it is hard to, try to keep a interesting dialogue while playing.
True.
So that'll be my excuse, but. Whew, 15-9, Dale.
Almost
not great. Hey, I'm a Splendor enthusiast, though. What does that mean? 3 plays? 5 plays?
Certain number of games.
I don't know what that means.
ELO? I don't know.
But there you go. Yes, and this is why you have a ELO of whatever it is now. What does it say? 191 to my 103. So I'm like an absolute novice so far. Ay.
I think you're just trying to give me false hope for my ring event.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing how you do. I mean, that was great. You were really just efficient, no wasted turns, zoomed to 15. That was an incredibly fast game. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Well, thanks for playing with me. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And now I learned a thing or two, which I appreciate. Oh my gosh, I'm about to fall off my stool. So. All right, man. Well, thank you so much. I will catch you, and I'll see you very, very soon.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Looking forward to it.
All right, man. See ya.
See ya.
And there you have it. That was Splendor with my friend Dale. Dale, thank you so much for inviting me along with you to Vegas. I am so excited. We are flying down Wednesday and staying through to the weekend. So I will be posting updates on this channel as much as I can. And I will probably make a video kind of recapping my experience when we get back. So I'm really looking forward to it. If you don't know about the World Series of Board Games, definitely check it out. It's going to be really fantastic. I hope it becomes a yearly tradition in Vegas. It seems like an amazing opportunity for serious board gamers or people who just enjoy the hobby to go kind of try their skills out at these amazing games. So anyway, follow up on this channel and I'll try to post updates. And in the meantime, have a wonderful week. Take care and happy gaming. Bye.